They say necessity is the mother of invention, and that's how I came up with today's recipe. I'll tell you why, and show you how I made this delicious limoncello using your typical 40% ABV vodka, so no Everclear or high-proof grain alcohol, no problem. And to make it a little extra special, I'll add in another Mediterranean staple, fig leaves, but this is optional. It will, however, make a delicious and refreshing summer sipper that will make you feel like you're on the beach, so whether you make it during the summer or any other time, you'll know it's cocktail time. The topic of making a limoncello without 96% ABV alcohol came up when we made a DIY lime, orange and limoncello liqueurs. And to be honest, it was difficult for a reason. Alcohol is great at extracting flavors, and water, not so much. So recently, when I was hosting a guest shift at a beautiful Greek island of Rhodes, I had to find a quick solution for the lack of a really high proof spirit. I figured that to achieve a similar level of extraction, I'd need to use a combination of 3 other techniques, together with 30% ABV vodka. Those 3 are oleo saccharum, blending, and higher temperature. Sugar will pull out essential oils from the peels, extracting flavor. Blending will increase the surface area of the peels, making extraction more efficient, even with less ABV. Lastly, a higher temperature, the sous vide technique, will make the infusion of alcohol the best possible. I use this technique to create a limoncello worthy of the occasion, to celebrate cocktails created with local ingredients, which is why I also added the fig leaves. But feel free to use this recipe for the classic lemon, lime and aranchello recipes, without the leaves. You'll need lemon peels, vodka, water, sugar, ascorbic acid and some fig leaves. We'll start by making the lemon oleo saccharum, for which you'll need 150 grams of lemon peels. A thin peeler is a great tool to use here, as I don't want the pith, the bitter white part of the peel. I'll add these to the sous vide bag, together with an equal weight of sugar, 150 grams. Oleo saccharum works in a sealed jar as well, but the vacuum will just help the sugar along, to make the extraction of essential oils even more efficient. And we'll reuse the bag later. After 24 hours, this is what it will look like. The sugar has melted and the smells from the lemon essential oils are incredible. Transfer the contents of the bag to a blender, but make sure to keep the bag for later. We'll reuse it for the sous vide. First add 165 grams of water and pulse blend this mixture a few times to break apart the peels, without completely pulverizing them. Put this back into the sous vide bag and add the rest of the ingredients. First, 500 ml of 40% ABV vodka. Use this to rinse out the blender. We want all of the lemon flavor. Next, 1.8 gram of ascorbic acid, or vitamin C, to help it keep its vibrant color for longer. And lastly, 10 grams of fig leaves, for that extra Mediterranean note. Cut out the stem part, then roughly chop up the leaves to increase the surface area for extraction of flavors. Make sure the top of your sous vide bag is dry, so you won't have problems with sealing. I'll go with a double seal as always. Then place this in the sous vide with the cooker set to 55 degrees Celsius or 130 Fahrenheit. We'll let this cook for 3 hours. During that time, give the bag a shake once or twice to make sure everyone is getting along in there. Once it's done, leave it to cool slightly or place it in the cold water to chill it faster. Then cut open the bag and strain out the solids with a cloth filter to get the best yield. Help it along with a potato ricer at the end. If you have a 750 ml bottle, this recipe should give you a little extra, so you can give it a good taste. I'll just add a label first, to know which limoncello this is, since we've made quite a few this year. As always with liqueurs, the flavor will develop and mellow out for the next few days, but it already has refreshing Mediterranean notes of lemon, with rich and full flavor. The fig leaves bring in hints of coconut and vanilla, which blend beautifully with lemon. Perfect for a cocktail. And let's make it something simple, but refreshing. Perfect for a relaxing day by the sea. Grab a chill highball glass and let's build a limoncello and tonic. Ice cubes or ice spear. Place the ice in the glass and pour over 2 ounces or 60 ml of our Mediterranean limoncello. As always, this works with other citrus cello liqueurs as well, to really make the flavors pop and give it that oceanic note. I'll add 1 whole dash of saline solution. Lastly, top up the cocktail with 100 grams of tonic water. Use a scale if you want to be precise, or eyeball half of the bottle if it's 200 ml. Gently mix the ingredients with the lift of a bar spoon and garnish our limoncello and tonic with a circle cut out from a fig leaf. Crack it first, then place it on the cocktail. Panamorphi, that's Greek for beautiful. Just like limoncello itself, this cocktail has a touch of Mediterranean charm and freshness, with subtle bitterness, It's a perfect summer cocktail that is simple to make and is low in alcohol. With that, we've made it to the bottom of the glass. Drop a lemon emoji in the comments if you made it all the way here, since today's episode wouldn't happen without my trip to Greece. I'll leave you with these 2 interesting facts. Greece has over 5,000 islands, with about 200 of them that are populated. And interestingly, of all the popular holiday spots in Greece, the city of Rhodes is reported to be the most popular one. From my experience, just like with limoncello, I'd say it's popular for a reason. Until next time. Cheers, friends of cocktails.